Hello everyone, Russell Wright from curationprofits.com, and I wanted to talk to you about a common question in Quora. Can you generate an RSS feed for your Storify story? I'm going to add the video here. The method that I'm showing you right now is a Quora curation method that helps you get great backlinks from your site, and you can learn more about that at our Quora Inception course at networkempire.com. We'll talk more about that, but let me just show you really quickly. You can see that they've added a RSS feed. I'm not sure when this was added, but it has not always been here. We're really grateful to the Storify team for finally adding it. And it's really great too because they have properly formatted the XML feed so that it contains images. All you have to do is click on it or right click and save the link. And it's going to open up, your feed is going to be storify.com/RSS theme zoom is my profile name. And you can see here it formats really nicely. Let me show you more or less. Here's a recent post called Skinvertising where I put images. You can see it brings the images in at full size, so you got to be a little bit careful about that. For example, you can see on one of my stories, the original image, you can see how big this image was. It pops over to the right hand side of the Storify screen, and that's because my image is really large, but Storify does you the courtesy of shrinking it down in their embed.ly formatting, which is what they use for shrinking their images. So very, very cool. And that's how you get your Storify image. Now, to make sure that you get your own, make sure that you go to your media room. And the media room is kind of a pseudo media room. The media room essentially has all of your stories lined up in a embed.ly function, embedly. I think it's not sure what kind of coding infrastructure. It's like Twitter grip or something like that. I looked into what the coding functionality was. I'm not sure now, but that should help you. Okay. Now, I don't believe that there's any RSS feeds to general stories, like, but you don't really need one as much. You have to manually share these stories, so I would just focus on using your general story feed and then submitting that, probably dropping that to the directories. And some people are actually, there's no need to really reverse it and populate your blog with the feed because they give you the embed. If you have to automatically populate a blog, I would recommend using that feed, and I haven't tried doing the automation function with it. Storify is a little bit finicky when it comes to embedding stuff, your stories in the feeds, in your blog. So you got to make sure you get your formatting just right. There's a couple different formatting functions that you want to use when you're about to embed something. If you're going to embed a story in your blog, you want to remove the header. Otherwise, you're going to have two headlines. Okay, you can remove the border if you want, but I always include the SEO. Just gives me more meat, and I'm finding that the search engine spiders like it a lot better. All right, and when you do that, it actually looks, let me give you an example. A meme too far. Here's a Storify embed on one of my blogs. Okay, you can see it just puts it all in there. See how it shrinks? Generally speaking, it'll resize your images depending upon what it is you're trying to do. It depends on how you bring the image in. If you're going to put the image in as a URL in Storify, it'll do something different than if you bring it in as like TwitPic, because TwitPic resizes it ahead of time. Okay, that's probably all for the question, and that is the answer to the question, can you generate an RSS feed for your Storify story? Yep, you can do it in the newsroom, and it's a single feed, and it includes images. Thank you.